Hi, John Farrell with the Farrell Law Firm. Today we're going to be talking about an article that I read this week that made me say, Whoopi Goldberg put what in her will? But first, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We put out new videos every Tuesday and Friday, and make sure you hit the like button because every like helps. All right, John Farrell with the Farrell Law Firm here. To tell you a little bit about myself, I am the author of Estate Planning for the Modern Family, and I was recently voted one of the top 3 lawyers here in Cobb County, Georgia, along with the law firm being voted one of the top 3 law firms here in Cobb County, Georgia. Well, today we're going to talk about an article I saw this week about something that Whoopi Goldberg put in her will. She is a co-host of a show called The View, and for those of you who don't know Whoopi Goldberg, she is just an American talent. She is one of the few EGOT winners, EGOT, that stands for Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and Tony, and there are just very few people that have won all 4 awards, and they are known as EGOT winners. She is one of the very few people who have won all 4 of those awards, and so she's just an immense talent. Well, she also co-hosts a show called The View, and she was discussing some things on that show, and she mentioned that she had put a special provision in her will that has really made the news. So the issue that she is concerned with, it concerns likeness. And what she's talking about is when she passes away, what is going to happen to her likeness? And this has really come up a lot lately. You'll see it with college athletes. They call it the name, image, and likeness deals that they are making. So in other words, as it relates to a person and their personality and what they look like, this is called likeness. Well, in Georgia, you can control your likeness after you pass away. Now, it's really come up a lot lately in the music industry. There have been people who have created holograms of celebrities, musicians, namely Whitney Houston has been made into a hologram, and they have performed concerts using this hologram of Whitney's music. It is the same as happened with Michael Jackson. Also, the rapper Tupac Shakur famously was seen in a hologram at a concert. And so they were having this discussion, and Whoopi mentioned that she put a special provision in her will that said that her likeness could not be made into a hologram. She felt that that was very creepy, and that was just something that she did not want to happen to her image after she passed away. It's a very important issue, especially for celebrities, but imagine how many images you have and how many videos you have of yourself, not just things that are seen on TV or in movies, but on your phone. How many videos and images and videos do you have of yourself? Quite frankly, I don't think it's going to be very difficult for people in the future to take all of these types of videos and turn them into a hologram. In fact, I have a great-grandfather that someone was able to animate the image of the person, so you can actually kind of see what they look like if they were just moving around, which was, pretty fascinating. So in the future, perhaps holograms will become much easier. Well, she's very concerned with how that is controlled after she passes away. So she put a special provision in her will that her likeness cannot be used to be made into a hologram. And she said it's been there for many years. And so that's a very interesting concept. So here in Georgia, there's been rulings that you can control your likeness beyond your passing. You can let somebody inherit it. You can give it away to someone. So for example, if I just wanted one of my children to be able to control my likeness, I could give them that right after I passed away. It came up in Georgia with Dr. Martin Luther King. I believe there was a company that was creating some of these ceramic busts of Dr. King, and they were selling them for really for financial gain. Well, his estate stepped in and said, you can't be using his likeness in this way for financial gain, and the Supreme Court ruled in the Dr. King's estate's favor. So here in Georgia, you can let somebody inherit your likeness. Oftentimes, we will put things in wills that say something to this effect. hey, if I own something, give it to these people. Well, your likeness is something that you own. Obviously, for some people, there is more to be gained with a likeness, especially if you're a celebrity. As you know, people like Michael Jackson and even Elvis Presley make a tremendous amount of money from their estates make a tremendous amount of money from their likeness. Between the different celebrities' estates, including Marilyn Monroe, I think there was a report a few years ago that those estates were making upwards of $300 million a year by using their likeness to advertise certain products and use them in certain ways. Well, Whoopi has indicated, that may be the case, but you're not going to make a hologram out of her. So she's just something that she was just very adamant about. And she said that she's had it in her will for a long time. So it was just a very interesting portion into the life of a celebrity, Whoopi Goldberg in this case, about how they see themselves after they pass away, and that she just does not want a hologram to be used. So came up in the news this week and thought I would put out a video for that. Now, if you've watched any of my videos for any amount of time, you know that what I do is I help people get their estate into place. You're going to want to plan for the future, and so what I've done is I've written a book called Estate Planning for the Modern Family. You're going to want to grab a copy of this book, and so it's a great place to start when it comes to deciding what you want to do with your estate plan. I'll put a link in the description below so that you can go out and purchase your own copy of the book that I've written, Estate Planning for the Modern Family, and so you're going to want to do that. For those of you who want to learn a little bit about the firm, or perhaps you want to schedule a free consultation for yourself, just give us a call at 678-809-4922. That's 678-809-4922. Or you can click the link below. It'll take you to a landing page where you can schedule a free consultation. All right, so that's pretty much all we have for today. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel because we put out new videos every Tuesday and Friday. And make sure that you hit the like button because every like helps.